Great. So,
Good evening, everyone. Happy birthday, Leos.
oh, hi, Lorelei. Very good to see you.
Wow, I have my hair like that star on your head.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, but I'm actually out from the shower. But you, on the other hand, what's up with the sun or the star? What exactly do you have on your head there? Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Can you see that?
Yeah. Actually, no. Sorry, my the screen is open. Now I can see it better now. Yeah, now I can see it. So it's a star.
Am I in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a bit weird here. Well, the star actually came from yesterday. There was a birthday party for someone, and it was a child of 1 year old.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it was beautiful weather. It was on the it was on the common. Yes, it was beautiful weather. That there was a nice family were giving a birthday for the grandson. I mean, the grandparents were there. Yes, and it was a 1 year old birthday party.
Wow. Beautiful.
And they had it all done up. Yeah, they decorated the tree with stars. Yes, like this star here.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they've decorated the tree with stars and silver ribbons and silver glitter, and they had lots of presents all around an astronaut. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And all the presents, had sort of planets on them, according to the NASA idea. Yes.
Wow.
And the child's name, I was told, was Cosmo.
Wow. Great.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was I was kind of amazed by it when I saw it, and I actually took a film of it from a distance. Yes. I didn't actually interfere at all with the party. I just took a couple of, well, a minute of the party in passing. Yes, and I filmed that and I put it on my Zoom channel.
Well, maybe next year you'll see his second birthday and what they will do. I'm sure they will do great as well. And for all the birthdays like this.
Yeah, well,
on.
Obviously he's a young Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean,
yeah, born on the first day of Leo too, or the second day. Yeah, I forget which. Yes. Today might be the fourth day. Yeah. I've lost track. Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah, I didn't get involved in the party, but I did speak to the grandparents a little bit. Yes. And there was one star that they couldn't get down from the tree. It was sort of stuck in the tree. And I said, oh, could I have a star? Yeah, I'd like to take a star home with me. And they said, yeah, sure. You can have that one, but we can't get it down. Yes.
Oh, it'll bring you love for sure.
So I took it down.
Yeah.
I thought it would be nice for a decoration at Christmas.
Yeah, but also, I mean, his name is it's beautiful, Cosmo, and the theme as well. I was actually wondering, how was the big cake, and like for a 1 year old, I'm thinking it's just like you can't do too much of the cream and all the sprinkles and all that. I think it's not.
Like I said, I didn't get involved in the party at all.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, but we are kind of curious now to know more about it.
It will be interesting to see, I said to the granddad, Cosmo, that's in the Bible, isn't it? Yes. And because cosmology, I think, is in the Bible. Yes. If you look that up.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
So I believe that's in the Bible. But understanding the stars is an important part of the Bible. Yes. It goes back to the first lesson when on the spiritual journey. Yes, a biblical verse. Do you know where all the stars are? Yes, that's one of the questions that Job is asked. Yes. I've forgotten it offhand. Do you know Arcturus? Yes, and his sons. Yes, it's all in the Bible, except at that time, it was considered that the Earth was flat. Yes, all the cultures at that time considered that the Earth was flat. So NASA has transformed it into a globe, basically. Yes.
They don't believe the Earth is round, think it's flat.
Yeah. Well, look, according to the Bible, the sun, it's a small sun. Yes. And this is according to the Bible. It's a small sun which circles around the Earth. Now, when it circles around the equator, it travels at 1,000 and I think 1,080 miles an hour. Yes, that's when the sun is at the equator. Yes, and it moves from the equator to the tropic of Capricorn, which is in the south. Then it comes back to the equator. Yes, so it's moving faster in Capricorn because it's a bigger circle. It's moving twice as fast. Yeah, the circle is twice as big, according to the flat Earth theory. Yes, and then when it goes to the Tropic of Cancer, which is around the Arctic Circle, yes, or close to the Arctic Circle, the sun is traveling at half the speed that it was traveling at when it was around the equator. Yes, and so that's I think it's 178 circles it makes from the Tropic of Capricorn to the Tropic of Cancer, ever decreasing circles.
Right.
In a coiling motion. Yes, it coils. And it's exactly the opposite to what NASA tells us. It's like NASA's reversed everything. Yes, but that's the biblical version.
Okay.
Yes. And it's one that I agree with as well. Yes, because you can look at different theories, and we do look at different theories on the spiritual journey. The first theory that we looked at is the Big Bang theory. Yes, and if you explore where that came from, I believe it came from a priest some centuries ago. Yes, I've forgotten his name now, but a priest dreamed up the idea. Oh, it started with the Big Bang, and allegedly that's where it started. I mean, we don't know the truth of the matter. Yes, but allegedly it was a priest that came up with that idea. And then,
yeah.
And on the spiritual journey as well, we examine the electric universe. Yes, which is presented to us by the Thunderbolt project.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where the mountains and the valleys were sort of carved out by massive electrical charges, which is a very interesting theory. And there's some truth in it, yes. And that there's a lot of truth in the Big Bang theory, but it's all reversed according to the Bible. And only the deceiver would reverse everything. So from a biblical point of view, the explanation is, well, the deceiver has reversed everything. Yes. But that's another story. Yes.
What do you think about the origin of the man? Do you think that we came from Adam and Eve? I mean, God created us, or you think that we are actually descended from Lucy and the monk, basically?
Could you repeat the question?
What do you think about the origins of the man? Do you think that we come from monkeys with Lucy, the first woman, or do you think that we are actually descendant from Adam and Eve, so that God created us? What do you think about that? These two theories, the evolutionist theory and the
right. Well, as far as I know, the Darwin theory has been debunked. Yes, that it's and even he admitted it wasn't correct. So the idea of us coming from monkeys and evolving, that's not right, and it doesn't come from the Bible either. Now, in the Bible, where it says there was Adam and Eve, I believe that those were tribes at that time. Yes.
Okay.
One tribe was called the tribe of Eve, and the other tribe was called the tribe of Adam, and they were like different villages. Yes.
Okay.
That's another story that I've heard.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of mystery about it, but basically, I believe that we've developed from the cosmic play between sunlight and our atmosphere.
Okay.
So we've come from elemental activity. Yes?
Okay.
And when I talk about elementals, that's the theory is that the first elementals were like almost plasma beings, and we evolved from these plasma beings. Yes, because if you look at it from the flat Earth theory, yes, what I suspect is that we are living in an electromagnetic biodome.
Wow, very interesting theory. Yeah.
Yeah, on a flat plane.
Okay.
Yes. It takes a bit of time to explain it all, but we will get to that.
Yeah.
And perhaps I'll do that with you this year on the spiritual journey, which will be restarting next month. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you wanted to explain a bit about how you feel about the spiritual journey yourself.
Oh, the spiritual journey is it's more than just a journey. I would say it's I mean, you have to live it by yourself. So it all starts when you kind of have to learn all these terms. It's not very complicated when it comes to physics, and when it comes to what other elements we use. I don't think we used any history, right? Don't let me say anything bad, please. Here, it's a little bit of physics, and then so you start a little bit of with a little bit of knowledge about physics and some recording that we did in school, obviously. And then you actually manage to acquire a conscience about yourself and how do you express all this knowledge that you learn in school back then, and how do you apply this to your life? And that's basically how you evolve. Of your um the long the weeks are going by, because every week you learn a little bit more and you evolve a little bit more. Does it make sense?
Perfect sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the end, I mean, especially in the second part, you actually start experiencing different I'm not going to say paranormal activities, but you definitely acquire some I'm not going to say properties because we are not an object, but some qualities of our sixth sense. It's not about the eye here, right? It's more about a knowledge that we have inside of us, but we lose it somehow from our birth, because at school, we are basically told all sorts of stuff, and we have to basically be in a certain sense appropriate in our society. So we are somehow afraid of being ridiculous, and we are not usually giving a credit to our sense and um, to our feelings. Or sometimes we have like for example, today I said I was driving and I said I shouldn't go to the left, and I didn't listen to my sixth sense when I said that I shouldn't go to the left. And when I went on that street, the whole street was blocked. Like I couldn't even turn back my car, so I was literally blocked for like half an hour or so. This is the whole spiritual journey about, like, it basically shows you the way, the light, and you start to actually have faith in your sense that you had it and you were born with, but you lost it somehow on your way when you were maybe not a child but a teenager, afterwards, in order to be like all the others. That's what I would call it shortly.
Yeah.
In a resume. That was my experience, at least. I don't know how others felt it. It would be nice if Keith Wright would also share his own uh, idea of the spiritual journey. Yeah, that's how I felt it. But now, the way I feel is I should definitely listen to what my senses actually tell me, because if you're listening to it, you know the right result and the right response to it, but you need to have confidence in yourself. And yeah, this is a problem that we must work on. I think our whole lives. I hope maybe not for the rest of our life, but like one day we will actually be able to have faith in ourselves and not just be afraid of the future or someone. Like, you know who I'm talking about. We all have a teacher in common. So um, yeah, it's not that I'm afraid that she's a witch or something. Although she did act like one. But yeah, we shouldn't be afraid of anyone because no one is going to hurt us, right? It's just the public opinion that matters to us so much, because we are basically, born, and they teach us to be nice with everyone and the teachers and people around us. So we are afraid that we are going to hurt someone if we actually say what we are thinking and we do what we want to do and stuff. So yeah. Wow, I'm actually philosophical at this hour on a Sunday evening. Too bad we don't have a Leo. I'm sure they have a lot more self-esteem than I do. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm such a sensitive person. Like everything is harming me. Like most of the time. Like I don't know why. That's why I'm starting to read this book, like Orwell 1984, and yeah. Hopefully, it will give me more strength to move on if I read some speeches that are going to be more encouraging and so on. Yeah.
Just a quick question before we go.
Yeah.
because I'm going to stop the video, but don't go away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just answer this one question. Yeah.
Yes.
You spent many years at the university, and you did.
I still do. It's not finished yet. They want me to do a PhD or God knows what. I'm still studying, everyone. I'm almost 40 and I'm still studying, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Okay. Well, that
Oh,
was my question.
I actually received that. I think my mom asked me today, how many projects do you have to finish? And I'm like, I don't know, 6 or 7 plus the final for my diploma and stuff. They keep giving me projects for research. I'm like, okay. So every week I'm like, a new project that I received. So I'm still at the university, everyone. I didn't finish. Yeah, what was the question about?
My question was, you had your baccalaureate in the university, and you did a year of master studies, and you've got master credits.
I do, yeah.
Yes. And my question was, do you think that you will ever go back to the university? And I think you've answered the question.
Well, I don't want to go back, but they do want me to continue.
Well,
I'm gonna say, when I was a child, when I was about my daughter's age, I wanted to do research. I remember, like, everyone was asking me, what do you want to be when you're gonna grow up? And I was telling them I want to be a researcher, but I wasn't expecting that I was going to do that for so long. I mean, I keep doing research, everyone, at the university ever since I was 18 years old that I started.
Well, that's interesting
My
because
studies.
your master's year was in research, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I still have to finish some credits, so we'll see how that goes. But
Okay.
you will go fine. It will go smooth. I will go slowly, like I did for the last 20 years almost. 20 years. Yeah, actually, because I was 18 and I'll be 38 from January. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop the video there, but don't go away. Okay.
All right.
Say goodbye and.
Well, bye bye everyone. See you all
and
next
especially
week.
the Leos. And especially Cosmo. Yeah.
Oh, especially Cosmo. Oh my God, 1 year old. Yeah.
1 year old. Okay. Bye for now. But don't go.
Bye. Bye everyone. No.